Now, before we go ahead and close out, I'd like to just answer a couple of common questions that we're asked on a regular basis. And then, of course, I'm going to direct you to call back into the office so that we can get any further questions that you may have answered and get you started today. So we'll go ahead and get to it. The first question is phone broadcasting legal, and what about the do not call list or the D&C list? Now, our phone broadcasting platform is 100% FCC compliant, and it's constantly being updated. The FCC will constantly update their regulations and recommendations. The newest one is with regards to broadcasting the cell phones. So, of course, our system is now up to date. You can still use it and still be 100% in compliance. I'd like to point out that the recommended use for phone broadcasting is business to business. You know, this is a business to business software. Now, there is no federal do not call list for businesses, okay? The do not call list only applies to residences. And it can get tricky when you have some businesses, especially online, that use cell phones as their business phone. So what our software will do is it has a ringless voicemail system built in to where, you know, if that business line is a cell phone, it will send a ringless voicemail to it. Once you start training, you're going to get a lot more information on this. You're going to know how it works, and you know, you'll know the ins and outs. So the main thing to know is that you are always going to be 100% compliant. No one's going to sue you. You're not going to be getting any fines because our software is compliant. We'll go ahead and move on. The second question that I'm constantly asked is, how many calls will I receive daily? Now, it is the goal of myself and my marketing team, which, you know, the call center is 100% mine, by the way. It's something that I developed specifically for my team. And it's my goal to get you 10 to 20 calls per day. Okay. That's based on an availability of 4 to 8 hours per day. Now, there will be times where the call volume is significantly higher, and there'll also be times where the call volume is slightly lower. I want you to keep in mind, if it's ever lower than that, that you are getting a lead generation software, okay? You will always have the capability of generating leads so that you can sell the software on your own. There are a ton of people on YouTube and online right now that sell this product and make a full-time income, and they are not plugged into the call center. They log in to their software, they generate their own leads, and they sell the software to the leads that they generate. So I say that to say that you are never going to be stagnant. You will always have customers to talk to, whether it's through the call center or if it's through your own efforts using the lead generation software. So we'll go ahead and move on. Can I really make a full-time income with this? Well, of course you can. I've been doing it for over 4 years now, and I have a ton of people that have been doing it for just as long as I have. The main thing that makes this easy to do is that there's no selling or pushy closing techniques, okay? It is always my recommendation that we do not chase people or businesses, of course. I would much rather have someone that is excited about the product, that's ready to go, than to have someone that I'm going to have to do a bunch of rebuttals and kind of convince them that this product can help their business or convince them that they can make money with this opportunity. So I am 100% against pushy closing techniques. The average closing ratio is about 10 to 20%. So if you talk to 10 people today and you send all 10 people to one of our sales presentations, 1 to 2 of those people are going to buy from you today. So that is about the average for everyone on the team. So there's no reason why you wouldn't fit right in, somewhere in the middle there. Now, another thing that I'd like to point out is that the company has a closing team that will close your business deals and your network marketing and MLM customers. So let's say if you receive a phone call and it's an actual business, an insurance agency, a real estate office, a tax preparation company, or if it's someone in Empower Network or one of the millions of network marketing companies out there. You're going to send them to the presentation, and then if you do not want to actually close that deal, let's say if you just don't want to be bothered with it, or if you just like the idea of having a closing team at your disposal, the 297 Club has a closing department. and you can forward that person's information to the closing department. They're going to call that person and close the sale for you and send them to your site. So, I would dare to say that there is no way that you cannot succeed with this. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do, and this is not generally done in online marketing or whatever you want to call it, I'm going to show you what I made last month. And I'm going to pull up my actual bank statement via PayPal and let you guys see the monies that I've generated selling the software. And, of course, this is my actual PayPal bank statement. Now, I can do this because PayPal does not have account numbers. They only use the email address. So there's no way that my account can be hacked or anything, just based off of showing the bank statement. Of course, with this, you're going to see me spending money and making money. So let me apologize for the redundancy of doing this ahead of time. But we're just going to count the sales that were generated here, okay? As you can see here, it says payment received, okay? And this is on the 2nd. That's $200 right there, so that's number 1. There's number 2, number 3, okay? There's number 4, 5, 6, and 7 with Darren Haynes. There's number 8, 9, 10. There's 11. There's 12, 13. There is number 14. There's number 15 and 16 here with Neil Logan. There's 17, 18, and 19. And this is just on the 14th. So by the 14th of last month, I made 19 sales. There's 20. And there's 21. There's 22, 23, 24, 25. There's 26, 27, and 28. There's 29. There is 30. Excuse the shopping, okay? We're at 30 real quick. There's 31. And 32, 33, 34. There's 35. And 36. We've got 37 right here, 38, there's 39, and 40. We've got 41 here. There's 42, 43, 44. There's 45, and this is 46. Now, this, of course, came on the last day of July. Of course, on the last day, I always give a discount. So I give a $100 discount on the cost to get started on the last day of every month. So anyway, we've got 47 sales in the month of July. And of course, excuse me, this is me spending money and making money. So this is not a screenshot where, we've done Photoshop and we've got a bunch of unrealistic things here. This is my actual bank statement, okay? Now, if I can make 47 sales, there's no reason that you can't make 12 or 20 or 25 or 30, There's no way that you can't succeed with this, okay? And of course, I'm going to help you along the way. We're going to be, I'm going to be available to train you and help you get started. I'm going to send you customers through the inbound call center to ensure that you are successful. And of course, you're going to be right where I am very soon. And now, of course, this does not include lead sales and phone broadcasting sales. In order to show you that, I would have to pull up an actual bank statement with the account numbers in that, so I'm not going to do that right now. But, the plan is to get you at a level where you are making the kind of money that you'd like to make with this program. Are there any upfront costs? Now, of course, this is the $1 million question. And of course, the answer is, of course there is. All of this cannot be free. Any person that's serious about working from home and not having to deal with any of the scam companies out here, like the solar companies and the alarm selling companies. I just talked with someone today that, they work their butt off for this alarm sales guy, and then the guy just disappeared, and of course there was no upfront costs, and but this person's time is gone, and you can never get your time back. So I always tell everyone, if you are serious about working from home and you really want a real scenario here, you have to understand that there's going to be some operational cost involved. And so long as those costs are not outrageous, it's necessary. So anyhow, all of the reps are all independent sales reps. So the traditional form of employment does not apply here. You're not going to be paid hourly. You're not going to be paid under any type of a contract and that kind of thing. Simply put, the 297 Club is a software company that has an affiliate or reseller program built in. All of our sales reps own a copy of the software, so they're all licensed to resell it. Okay. Once you get a copy of the software and you go through the training and you get all of the material that I'm going to give you, your title is basically a business solutions specialist. So I want you to understand that there is a cost involved, but you're not just paying a cost. You are getting training, you are getting a product, and you are getting a skill that you can use for the rest of your life and make very decent money doing this. Once again, me myself, I've been with this company for over 4 years now. I've made a ton of money with this. I've got a lot of people that have been with me for years, and they are making great money with this. So, of course, what are those upfront costs? Now, the only required cost that's non-negotiable, it has to be paid, is $297. Hence the 297 Club. Now, that's going to get you the software license forever. There are no monthly or reoccurring costs to own the software. Once you pay that $297, you have the software forever. There are no annual fees, semi-annual, monthly fees. That is the only required cost that you're ever going to pay. You can make very decent money just owning the software and using the tools that come with the software. Now, the only other suggested cost is the call center fee. Now, the way the call center works is it's a tool that I developed specifically for my team. We do a ton of marketing, newspaper advertising. We do online marketing. We're on Craigslist, Backpage, Kijiji, Monster.com. We do phone broadcasting, text message marketing. We're in a couple of magazines. And of course, all of this costs money. So because the 297 Club has no recurring fees, there was no way to have this company sponsored or have this built into the company. So it's something that I had to develop for the team on my own, and the marketing has to be paid for. So the way it works is that the call center is totally free for 30 days. I'm going to absorb the cost to send you 10 to 20 calls per day. Now, this is enough time for you to build that junior executive to full-time income, 3 to 10 sales per week. Now, after 30 days, each rep has the option to go in their own direction with the software and basically generate your own leads or go into phone broadcasting and, that kind of thing. Or you can continue to use the software and pay $150 for continued access. Now, this is a monthly charge, but it is not, contract based. I'm not going to say that you have to use this for a year straight. You're not going to be under any kind of a contract. I have a couple of guys that will join they'll pay their call center fee for a couple of months and then kind of venture out, and then they'll come back later. That's totally fine. In any event, you're going to get that 30 days free so that you can catapult yourself into success, basically. Now, of course, this fee pays for the marketing to get the inbound calls. Okay, so it's very necessary. Now, just to recap here, the only required cost that you have to pay is $297. That's going to get you the software forever. Once again, no monthly fees still on the software. This is why customers like the business reps and the MLM guys love this software. There's no monthly fees to use it. Totally amazing. The only other suggested cost that you're going to pay is the call center if you want to continue to have access to it. Once again, I've got some guys that will take a month on the call center and then maybe a couple months off, that kind of thing. You're always going to have access to it. It's always going to be an option for you. I always tell everyone, take advantage of the free 30 days. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you're making a ton of money with the call center, so you're going to stay aboard. Of course, some people are entrepreneurial, so they want to kind of venture off into other things, and that's 100% fine. But this is how the program works. These are all the buttons and whistles and nuances that make the totality of the program work. Okay. Once again, it is not free. And of course, I think that validates its authenticity. Okay. If I was to tell you that you were going to get all of this for free, then I would tell you to be worried. Anyhow, that is going to conclude the presentation here.